all my... Right. I need to put the... There we go. Except... Not everyone is in roll 20. There we go. Slowly but surely, as I have to move people over.
So needy. Jeez.
Yeah. Jeez, messing up my layouts. Jerks.
I'm throwing up into the chat some of the shit. Just a sampling of the shit that I'm trying to get rid of.
There we go. Okay.
All right. So, last session. You guys, in your continuing fight against the invading forces of the Iron Authority, the Hobgoblin Empire to the south, traveled to the Emerald Outpost to do battle with Vandrick and a portion of their armies. You were able to lay low a large portion of their forces, but eventually their numbers were too great and they were able to overrun the outpost with you fleeing and setting off the explosion as you teleported away and arrived at the Thunderbrand Manor, hoping that your trap went off without a hitch. And that is where we will pick things up, with you all arriving at House Thunderbrand in Craghammer. Quick recap.
So quick.
So Kursk needs to make a wisdom save to see if he goes to another plane still.
Oh, yeah. We just
From
lose him
Gray.
completely.
Which I think he has advantage in Ficora on, probably. So
Probably,
yeah, he might not fail.
I'll throw him an inspiration.
Well, he fails without it, so...
you might want to use that inspiration. There you go.
There we go.
Hey.
we saved Kursk, guys.
Yay!
Again.
So Kursk is not transported away to a demiplane.
Fun.
What were at the end of the game last time? There was a spell that I was going to cast for the party, but I don't remember what it was.
Was it scrying?
Might have been scrying.
Oh yeah, to see what was going on there.
Right.
To see if it worked.
Okay, I'll take a minute and I'll attune to scrying, and then I will scry.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'll just fire off a quick sending to Tara and let her know we're outside. We're just outside Craghammer on our way.
Oh, that's right. You didn't transport to the Thunderbrand house. You're just outside the gates of Craghammer.
Yeah, because we had Nox's dragon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which he could have just left there to keep fighting things.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did we take the
I have
dragon
no
mode up?
idea.
It was really late at night. A lot was going on. We were trying to...
It had like
Yeah.
one round left.
Can we just say... I mean, Nox isn't here, but can we just say and be like... Yeah,
Without
it only
without
had
him-
one round of left before it
Yeah,
dissipated, so...
It literally only
Without
had like a
him
round left.
here, I'll say probably not. But where, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
Hey, Gabo, how's it going? Welcome.
Okay. All right. So you cast Scry. What specifically is your target?
Oh damn, working midnights. Jeez. I mean, we're still alive.
I guess a top-down view of the fort.
Okay.
Which I would be familiar with a top-down view from there as well, because we flew in.
Yes, you would. I have to hold on. I have to make some rolls real quick.
Daniel,
Okay.
thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream?
You scry in, and
We
what
just got
you
started.
see from a top-down view of the Emerald Outpost, you see 3 individuals, 2 on the back of wyverns and 1 on the back of a chimera, as they are holding out their hands and urging forward, like putting all their effort into a spell. As you shift your perspective over to the mountain, you can see that there is this shimmering
Level
arcane
2?
wall
Nice. Fuck.
along the mountain above
Motherfucker.
the outpost, that has all these rocks being held at bay against it. And you can see the individuals trying to hold this some sort of arcane wall up. They are struggling, and it is quite taxing on them, and you can tell this. As they're trying to concentrate, you can see that there are other magic users, and like the larger
Nobody right now, but thank
cyclopses
you.
trying to excavate the larger boulders away from around the wall before it collapses.
Boo.
You watch, because your scry lasts for 10 minutes, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You watch for 10 minutes. You watch for 10 minutes, and about 9-minute mark, you watch the 2 figures on the wyverns just
Mm-hmm.
pass out and fall, as the wyverns dive down to try and catch them before they impact the surface. Like they just pass out from exhaustion of whatever it is that they're trying to concentrate on. Right before the scry cuts out, the final individual on the back of the chimera that's holding his hands out, concentrating on this wall, gives out, and you watch as the avalanche resumes with several individuals in and amongst it, as it finally collapses and cascades down over the outpost.
As I come out of it, I return to the party and go, They attempted to stop the avalanche. They did eventually fail. It has been destroyed. The outpost has been at least partially buried, and it took some of them with it. Though not as many as we had hoped in the courtyard. I presume that those guys weren't just standing there in the courtyard, hundreds of them looking up at the thing.
No, there were large amounts up on the side of the mountain trying to excavate, like move the rocks out from behind the wall that they created. All those people, when the wall fell, were caught up in the rock slide and are most likely dead.
Kemba, his arms wide when the walls fell.
Yeah. Yes.
So was the sense that the casters were caught up, like buried as
No,
well, or
because they were flying.
Does what actually affect the
above
campaign? The
all
chat
this,
inspiration?
doing,
Yeah, it allows us to roll an it's like a
doing this
bardic inspiration for a
Gotcha.
player
on their
for like a
mounts.
roll.
I will fire off a quick sending to Aurora, and to share that information and say,
Yeah, right.
the Emerald Outpost has fallen. We were able to collapse and bury it. Vandrick survived.
There's a moment. You receive a message back that says, I wish my news for you was good. I just received word that Kymel has bent the knee and surrendered to the Iron Authority without a fight.
Laura says Kymel has surrendered without a fight.
Of course.
Yes, that was part of the plan, wasn't it? That everyone was evacuated from Kymel. We left only behind a skeleton group to make it seem as though there would be a defense.
I mean, did we expect anything better from God?
That was the plan. There were large groups of Kymel that were like, no, I'm staying.
People from Texas.
Yeah, basically. And when basically the way it sounds like is when the hobgoblins rolled up outside, they were like, okay, you're in charge now.
Well, that was very stupid of them. Though, those are less resources that we need to commit to helping refugees, so that would be good for the war effort.
Well, shit.
Yes, I doth believe the term is that was something of a shit show.
That
Little
is
bit.
correct, Ren. That is correct.
So you guys technically aren't here where we're looking. You guys are right here.
Did Tara respond?
She responds with, "We know you're here. I'm in the study."
Tara's in the study at the manor.
Or not? She doesn't say we know you're here because you didn't arrive at their teleportation circle. She just says, "I'm in the study."
Cool. Shall we leave our, I assume, expiring dragon companion and go get some?
Oh, he
companionship?
disappeared 13 minutes ago.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's crying.
Excellent.
Like, we showed up here, and then 6 seconds later, he just evaporated.
Yeah.
Excellent. That was excellent. While we're here outside, do we get a sense of, what kind of defenses and things like that they've set up around the exterior?
There are coming out from outside the door. There are at first there's we're not gonna at first there's a bit of a hubbub of like, who are these people that just teleported here? You explain who you are. At first they don't quite believe you, but someone comes
Hey, Ren,
along and
hey,
explains
Hazel. How you
to
doing?
the low level
no, wait.
people who
Nope,
you
not
are,
you.
and so they
Look at
shut
the
up
wrong
and
thing.
go away.
I'm an idiot.
And someone kind of shows you
I read
around.
nothing.
There are lots of stone walls being built and ditches being dug in front of those stone walls. And then when that one's done, another layer out, they do it again. And then when that one's done, another layer out, they do it again. There's siege engines being set up behind each of the successive walls. There are lookout towers being erected throughout the valley to warn when the force is advancing without having to rely on magic. But
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I forgot to turn those on.
essentially it's
Thanks for the lurk.
build a wall, dig a
I'll
moat,
turn that on now. I always forget
go
one thing at least.
100 yards out, do it again. That's what dwarves do.
These dwarves are even more capable than I thought.
They're sure working hard.
Shall we go in?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna start walking beside Crackle and
DM,
Yes.
just one note as we enter Craghammer.
Uh-huh.
Tharn has not been to Craghammer with the party in game.
Have you?
Nope, not once. But I
Really?
believe as we were discussing things,
Really?
You know, we were picking up Biera's armor and stuff like
no,
that?
I'm making it up.
Could be just not remembering. But anyway.
Yeah.
I believe when we talked about backstory stuff, Tharn has had similar interactions with these dwarves over the years as he had with leadership and stuff in Amon.
Yes, I do remember that.
So I will allow you to determine if any of that comes into.
It may, but based on who you're traveling with, probably not.
Okay.
But you guys make your way inside the gates of the city. The city is a bustle with activity. They are preparing for war. Everyone's got a job to do. So you're not turning your camera on tonight, Ren?
Oh. Sorry. I thought I had it on.
She's on
Hmm.
Twitch, but I didn't see her. Oh, there she goes.
Oh. There she goes.
Hmm.
But everyone's got a job to do, and they're all doing it. The iron grip bronze work, or the furnaces are going full bore. You hear the constant hammering of metal as armor and armaments are being continually repaired and crafted and upkept. Soldiers are being outfitted. There's training going on as you walk through the streets and up to House Thunderbrand.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna run inside a bar real quick and just grab like 6 or 8 walking beers and grossly overpay for them, and then fucking like start handing them out as we go on this walk because that was a shit show. We need to drink.
Sure, you do so.
Thanks, Mike.
You did good, Vera. All of you, great.
Tharn hands his beer to Vanya.
Vanya just kind of pours them down his throat. Both his and
I do. My
Tharn's.
chat is on not a stacked monitor, but a vertical
you
monitor.
enjoy the cold alcoholic beverages as you arrive at the outside of House Thunderbrand with Tara there waiting to greet you.
Well, I hope you're having a better day than we are.
Looking at you, almost certainly.
The Emerald Outpost, we collapsed it, but we couldn't hold it.
All right. Did you hear about Kymel?
Yeah, not surprised.
Aye. Now we wait. Do they turn left and west, or do they continue north? Probably won't know for a day or two.
Well, maybe that day or two will give us time to make that last vestige trip. But maybe a nap first.
Well, you know you always have a place here, and she steps to the side as the door opens to the familiar, for most of you, confines of House Thunderbrand.
May I introduce Master Tharn?
Greetings, Master Tharn. My name is Tara Thunderbrand. This is my family's home, and you are welcome in it.
Well met.
She nods, and steps to the side and gestures as if to say, "Come on in."
I'm just walking.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so-
Tara.
She kind of catches you as you're on your way in, Bureau. She says, "So your father, he is in the Feywild in Singorn. He's not in the best way. He's in some sort of stasis or unconsciousness."
Is this a magical thing, or was he hurt?
Apparently, he was struck upon the head from falling debris.
Ooh.
A lot of that been going around recently.
Not now, Master Thorn. I pray you.
The teleportation sigil for Singorn, do you know if it's still intact?
It is not.
Okay. Well, trip to the Feywild sooner rather than later, guys.
Okay.
Now?
Not right now, as I don't have the magical ability and energy remaining to do that.
But take a rest. If you need anything, it will be provided.
Any luck on securing any of these components for the imprisonment spell?
But if Laura speaks through, it sounds like you've had some success in that. In that
We've
house
gotten
as
quite a
well.
bit of residuum. Not sure for all the castings.
I don't know if there's another diamond left in all of Craghammer, but we've been able to come up with enough diamonds for one of the castings.
Well, that's good.
Or precious stones.
All right. Well, I head inside to sit down.
Nobody better hold siding with Drazik over the dwarves again with as much as they've put into this. The defense of the continent.
Not on my behalf.
Lean over to whoever's closest to me. Who the fuck was Drazik?
I have no idea.
It was the
I give them a history lesson.
I assume that Sadya also fills me in on who the fuck he is.
Yeah, Sadia does. He was a tyrant hundreds of years ago that tried to conquer Taldore.
Yeah, I know who he is out of character.
But he was killed, and then I know, but this is the shortened version.
Here you go, chat.
He was killed, and then his son tried to finish it off, but they were eventually defeated. The dwarves sided with them.
I knew that.
But anyway, what would you guys like to do?
Well, those of you who cast things have to sleep, don't you?
I'm kind of alright. Do you need assistance, Vanya?
What would I need assistance with?
I just give him a look.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah,
One is like actually pretty untouched from that whole thing. Everybody kept ignoring him.
I
don't remember what I'm at.
I think I'm at like 189 HP or some nonsense.
physically fine, just a bit magically drained.
Well, then you know what you should do?
Yep.
Go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah.
So, what's next? Sada asks.
Sleep, Feywild, then... Yeah.
Yes, I suppose back to the original mission.
How many people
Oh
can
yeah,
you
then
take
kill
to the Feywild?
What was that?
How many people can you take to the Feywild?
It's the same capacity as teleport, so I can take the same number of people that I teleported. I think it's 8 + 1.
How many people do you intend to take?
If you do not wish to come with us, no one is forcing you.
I don't remember saying anything like that.
We said that Kursk would not. That his last stand would be at the outpost. And that he
That's
would be
true.
done after that.
Like it's up to the boy.
Yeah, that sounds like something that should be up to Kursk.
And Kursk, if you'll recall, threw it back at you guys. He said it's his decision is that he wants to help, and wherever you think he will be best suited to do that, that is where he will go.
Oh, Kursk, you and I need to have a talk about that later.
And Sada said the same thing.
Is Elsa here or in the Feywild?
She's in Singorn, organizing things there, or helping to organize things there. I'm sorry, I'm doing her voice. She's in Singorn, organizing things there, or helping to organize things there.
So that's
Yep.
one fewer person that we need to transport.
I'm sure she'd be happy to go and help you on this little mission over in the Feywild. If she can get away, that is.
Any since if the teleportation circle there is not intact, any suggestions on how we can make sure we land there or as close as possible to it?
Do you have something from there?
Yeah, I probably do. Let me look at my inventory. I think I said I had a seal or something, if I remember right.
I don't know. That's your inventory to keep track of.
Yeah, no, I'm looking.
I mean, what's the spell say?
Planeshift doesn't do the whole D100 thing.
It
So you can
doesn't?
specify a general place, but it's DM's discretion as to where exactly you arrive, like whether you arrive in or around the destination.
I mean, you could say something like the city of Singorn on the plane in the Feywild, and
Cool.
it should get you within, like, you should arrive in a spot from where you can see the city of Singorn, if not inside of it.
Cool enough.
Like under normal circumstances, which these could be. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's how it's supposed to work. But magic. It's that's how magic. That's how your understanding of the spell. That's what Bureau's understanding of the spell is. How it's supposed to work.
Got it.
I don't think you've ever had to cast it before, so.
Yeah, I don't think I have. Okay. I had another out of character question. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so we've got 3 types of imprisonments, I believe. Minimus, chaining.
You have 2. There's 3 out there that there's 3 versions out there that you are aware of, or that you don't believe has been tried to use on the Tarrasque yet. You know of the 2 that have been used on it previously, and so there's 5 total kinds of way to use it. So the other 3, you don't know if those have or have not been used on it before.
And
But
are we
they're not the ones that
mechanically...
have been used on it.
Gotcha. And are we going to be able to use the residuum as a substitute for...
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Cool.
I'll remind you that spell takes a minute to cast.
Good to know.
So we're probably going to have to kill the Tarrasque and imprison its corpse.
Or survive for potentially up to 30 rounds of combat plus whatever else I have to do.
Well, it would be 10 rounds of combat. Oh, well yeah. Potentially 30 rounds of combat.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Where there, like, like you could bring someone along who's a caster who you can have like that's what you're doing. We're playing protect this person as they read the scroll.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing you could do. I'm just saying.
While being within 30 feet of it, my god.
Yep.
My god.
Would you think it was supposed to be
That
easy?
sounds like a terrible idea.
Just keep them in a
Like,
force
just the
cage.
worst idea
And
possible.
put them like a shark diver in the cage where they're
Yeah.
they're
Just in
kept
a-
safe
a
from the shark.
Robe of invulnerability. Just,
Yep. You stay there. You
hey,
can.
like, this is not supposed to be easy, guys. Like I'm not.
No.
Like this is not just But anyway,
Can we
you
throw
guys-
the trash mouse? We have
you guys
Bureau's
have-
everlasting gobstopper.
you guys have a little miniature because it's being measured in hours as opposed to other downtimes which have been measured in days, weeks, and months. But you guys have a little miniature downtime here that you can use while in the city of Craghammer, and a place to take a long rest. So if you guys were kind of getting a little wobbly with the time space here, if there's anything you want to do, just let me know. We can do it. If it's something you need to talk to, we can play that out real quick. Or if it's just something you do or want to acquire or accomplish, we can do that real quick, and then we can move on. But is there anything? Anybody, or if there's any discussions amongst the group that you guys need to have about what's next, you guys can do that.
I just because I said it at the end of the last session, I leveled up. So can we vote real quick for Paladin or Rogue? So I could,
We need to do that. Yes,
yeah.
we need to do that. So vote. Paladin has he been behaving like a paladin or a rogue?
He
Since last
totally
level?
stood there the whole session last time, just trying to protect Bureau. So that's totally Paladin.
All right.
Yeah, he's been leaning more paladin, even though, oh my god. Well, I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
that speech to Vandrick was, but that could, but
Wait, it's Paladin or Bottom. It's not Paladin or Bottom. They're two different things, Flint. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, so it sounded like paladin.
Paladin.
There,
even my chat is, yeah. Well, even your player in my chat is saying paladin.
I'll vote Rogue just to be a contrarian.
Which makes you.
It's not paladin or spite. It's not.
12th level Paladin.
12th level paladin. What does that get you?
19. Oh no.
Is level 12 an abilities an ASI?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, ASI. We getting.
And he's going to take Spell Sniper.
Mystic Conflux is what I'm taking.
Oh.
So you can
Good
attune
call.
to 4 things.
Tuned all the things.
So I imagine attuning to something is going to be one of the things you want to do in this little miniature downtime.
Tune buddies.
Yes,
What would you like to attune to? Like, wait, what are you currently attuned to? The prayer beads,
the Prayer
the
Beads
Holy
Key
Avenger.
and the Holy Avenger.
Okay, what else would you like to attune to?
I don't
What
think I
fourth
have anything else except for the Scimitar of Speed.
Well, I'm assuming I know the party has a ton of shit.
Yeah.
So
I have things. If you want any of my
do
things.
you want that ring from Sada?
No, because I always go off on my own, and I don't
Okay.
protect anybody like that.
I don't know. Just asking. She's just asking. As far as she's concerned, it's yours. You just have lent it to her for the time being.
Let's see. We've got a bag full of shit.
Do you want the spell storing ring?
so much shit.
No, you like the having the Arbor Agatha, so it's good for you.
It has never been useful once.
It's because you use it before combat. You need to use it in combat. They go roll initiative. My first action is I don't do anything. I use the Arbor of Agathis, and then I do stuff.
If you used it with the cloak of
That does
displacement,
not.
you would
No.
create a singularity of. There's a ring of thunder resistance. The iron flask doesn't require attunement, right?
No.
The what?
No.
Iron flask.
Oh no, I don't believe that does. By the way, that you guys tried to trap the Baylor in it. Like, I know this is a little way later after the fact, but I was a huge fan of that, by the way.
It would have been great if it worked.
We could capture a total of one Fey thing and bring it back with us.
You could.
We sure could.
You sure could.
Hmm.
Anybody else, while he's figuring out what he wants to attune to, anybody else have something they want to accomplish?
Well,
You guys
I wanna-
basically have as much time here as you want before you take a long. I mean, I don't know what. I assume, based on previous discussions, your plan is to hang out here for a bit, take a long rest, and then head to the Feywild. But I don't like. That's just my assumption. I don't know that that's exactly what you guys are planning to do. So you guys, talk to me, people.
Mm-hmm.
High level, that's correct.
Talk to me, Goose.
I would like to talk to Kursk at some point during this.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you go find Kursk at a moment when people are kind of off doing other things, and he's just kind of like probably like he's sharpening his halberd as you
Okay.
come up.
Okay, Kursk,
Yes.
I need to make something very clear to you about why I keep asking you whether you want to stay with us or not.
Okay.
I don't give a shit whether you stay or not. The only thing I care about with this is that you make the choice, Kursk.
I understand that.
Do you?
I do understand that, and my
Do
I don't
you?
know how else to say it, but my choice is I want to help, and
Kursk, that's not a choice.
that is a choice.
No, Kursk,
I can
you are
choose.
you are
No,
you
excuse me.
are
I'm sorry,
ignoring
sir.
the choice.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, sir, but you don't get to tell me what my choice gets to be. My choice is that I want to help. And part of
Yes.
that choice is that I trust, as the people who are leading this resistance, that you are the ones best suited to put me in the place where I can do the most help. That is the decision that I have made.
Well, that's a
You
stupid
can
decision.
not like it, but that is my decision.
That's a stupid goddamn decision, Kursk.
And I would like to ignore it.
Are you going to spend the rest of your life doing that?
I don't know. But for now, it's what I feel I need to do.
Cool. I hope you have a very good rest of your life, trusting everybody else in it to make decisions for you.
I'm sorry that that's what you feel is happening here, sir.
Kursk, don't give me a "I'm sorry you feel" apology.
I don't think
It's
that
even
that's
stupid.
what I said.
It's even stupider than and no apology at all. Don't apologize. I just hoped that one day you'd actually take control of your life. That's all.
I think I am.
Kursk, the only choice I've heard you make, the only opinion I've heard you express the entire time you've been with us, is that you like crushing weapons.
We haven't talked that much since.
And I keep trying to give you choices.
And I keep choosing what I deem is
You
right.
don't choose, Kursk. You keep pawning it off on other people and letting them make choices for you. We tried to give you the choice of which god to follow. We tried to give you we're trying to give you the choice to make your own decision of what you should do. And you
I'm sorry
keep
that I'm not
pawning it
making
back
the
off on us.
choices that you want me to
I
make.
don't give a shit what choice you make, Kursk. I just give a
Apparently
shit
you
that you
do.
actually. I give a shit that you actually choose.
Apparently you do.
This is going nowhere.
Yes, because you don't seem to understand.
Sure.
I don't know a simpler way to put it. If my service is no longer satisfactory, then say it and I will leave.
Kursk, it's never been about the quality of your service. Okay, well, I think Thorn wanted to talk to you as well. You can go talk to him about the glory of Melora. See ya.
He just kind of goes back to sharpening his halberd as you walk away.
I did actually want to talk to Kursk.
Real
Okay.
Harry and the Henderson moment there.
All right. Vanya walks away and you walk up, Tharn, as Curse kind of looks up with a look on his face of, like that look on someone's face when you walk up to them after they've just had a important and maybe slightly agitated conversation with someone important to them.
Kursk, my boy. I don't know what all
Uh,
that was about earlier, but I just want to remind you, it's vitally important that you do what your heart knows to be true. Just follow whatever the Wild Mother's guidance is. Never question it. Don't try to make decisions that are different than it.
That's what I keep trying to do, but it seems to be angering Master Vanya.
Well, many things anger Master Vanya. He's a good man, but he's filled with a pent-up...
Rage?
That isn't the word I would use, but sure.
I mean, he doesn't seem to understand that. He doesn't think that me making the decision that for now you all know best is me making a decision.
Of course it's making a decision. You're a bright, capable boy. That's why you understand following the things that your elder, wiser leaders tell you to do is your best course of action.
At least for now.
Yes.
I mean, I don't really know anything. I spent my whole life, for the most part, swinging a pickaxe at rocks.
That doesn't mean you know nothing. Look around you. This is an entire society of people who've done nothing but swing pickaxes at rocks.
He kind of looks around and he's like, oh, I never really thought of it like that.
Yes, and look what they've built. A monstrous, dedicated thing to consumerism. The point is...
Oh.
The point
he kind of
is...
has this look of enlightenment, almost like, oh, I did it, which quickly vanishes. And
Boom!
It's like, oh, I thought I had something there, but...
Aw. Aw.
The point is the choice was left up to you. Your choice was to follow where we lead, because where we lead is into danger and possible death in the name of doing that which is right and most
there's
important.
There's literally hundreds of people that are doing the same thing.
Precisely.
Looking to you to make the best decision on how they can help with this problem.
There's no better place to look.
And by you, I mean like all of you, not just you, Master Tharn. But
yes, I presume that's what you meant. And that's what I implied also.
Okay.
The point being...
Excellent.
My boy, just keep it up. You're on the right path. And your stride is only getting more true. Whenever you question, whenever you need to decide, Do what is right. Look inside the Wild Mother for proper guidance, and then do whatever she tells you.
Okay. What do you think I should? Do you think I'll be of more help here getting the armies ready, or going with you to this Feywild place?
Well, tell me, in all that time swinging a pickaxe, did you also happen to study military strategy, force organization,
No, I
supply
feel like
lines, troop movements?
no, but I feel like I've been learning that from all of you.
You've been watching and you've been learning. I've been very proud of you. That's why I speak at such length in between action stuff off screen, telling you all the things that I know, so that
Yes.
you might learn.
I'm very grateful.
I know. And it is my honor to pass that on to you.
I appreciate it.
Where you belong is where your heart tells you you belong. You are a gifted fighter, a steadfast, a steadfast team member. Do not think of yourself as subordinate to any of us, except in the decision-making tree, and who goes into places first and who gets to make ultimate choices as to what goes where and how money is spent and how magical items are discerned. But beyond that, you are completely equal to us. Do not think of yourself as not a equal part of this team that we have put together. The choice is for you to make. Where do you feel you would be most capable? Where do you feel you will be able to have the most impact?
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about this Feywild.
Fighting along with us, exactly. That is a perfect decision.
Okay, if that's what you think is best. Okay.
Sorry, that last interruption was actually more for joke stuff. Please finish.
Okay. All right.
That was for the lulls.
That was for the lulls. All right, for the memes. But he says, I mean, I don't know anything about this Feywild place. But I do know how to work rock and swing this, and I could show some others how to swing an axe, and I can definitely dig a trench.
If you feel you would be most useful here in this dwarven city, teaching them how to work stone,
but
then
on the
that
other
is your
hand,
choice.
I've done all sorts of stuff in places that I know nothing about that I didn't think I was capable of. So that's why I think I don't know. So I would look to you guys because you seem to know.
Yes. Well, if it matters in deciding this, I am honored to walk side by side, though slightly in front of you.
All right. I'll think about it.
All right.
Thanks, Master Tharn.
Always. You know that I am always here.
Yeah.
You might want to start sharpening up that halberd. There may be battle ahead.
That's what I was doing.
Good boy.
All right. Then he goes back to sharpening the halberd.
Oh, Kurt, have you thought about staying behind for this one?
Just all wander up to him.
Hey, Master. Like Tharn walks away, Piero walks out. Oh,
We're
hey,
just
there,
gonna do
Master
this.
Piero.
We're just doing this now.
Do you go up to him though? Seriously?
Actually, I did. Yeah, actually, I will.
Yeah. Okay. He says, "Oh, hey, I was just sharpening my halberd."
Well, excellent. Seems like you're doing a great job with that. I've got a thought for you.
Okay.
We've got one more hurdle to cross, and the Feywild is.
Yeah. Do you know anything about this Feywild place?
It's fucked up.
Okay. Like more
it's
fucked up than the places that we have, because we've been to some pretty fucked up places. You've taken me so far.
Kind of a different kind of fucked up, like the kind of fucked up that like looks really pretty, but like will murder you if you step on the wrong blade of grass.
Oh, okay. Do you know
So-
which blades of grass we're not supposed to step on?
No idea.
Oh, does anybody else know?
Hopefully.
Okay.
So, got a couple options for you here. One is you can come with us and help us out. We can definitely use you. You've been a great asset keeping some of us alive since we met, and no reason to believe that you wouldn't continue to do so. The other is to stay here, maybe help train and get some of these folks up to speed on what we've been seeing, and maybe do a little bodyguard duty as well.
Oh, was there more? It sounded like you had more than two options.
Nope, just the two.
Oh, all right. Because it's funny you should mention it. That's what I was talking with Master Tharn about, and also what I was talking with Master Vanya about before you came up here.
It's a wild coincidence.
I know, it's crazy. I was kind of indecisive about it because, on the one hand, I don't know anything about this Feywild place. Um,
I don't think any of us know much about this Feywild place. At least,
so I don't know how much help I'll be there. But then again, I haven't known much about any of the places you've taken me, and like you said, I've been of help. But at the same time, like I'm pretty good at shaping stone and digging trenches, and I feel like I've been getting good at this, like, you know, fighting thing, traveling with you all. So I know I could be of help here. So I'm not sure what to do. So I was wondering what I didn't, I was wondering what Master Vanya and Master Tharn thought I should do. What do you think I should do?
well, I think I'm going to be leaving a pretty powerful asset here. And there's a lot of people here that I trust to make sure it stays safe. One more trusted pair of eyes and a good, strong right arm wouldn't be a bad idea, though.
Did you have a job for me?
Yeah. And I tell him, I think I'm going to leave what you might think of as a duplicate of myself here. Maybe see what it can do to help out, uncover any more information from a research standpoint, and maybe get some really good study in on casting this crazy ass spell that we're going to have to pull off. And would be great if he doesn't come to any harm.
I followed most of that, but I get the important parts: following a person and making sure that they don't come to any harm.
I'm trusting you, kid.
You can. I'm trustworthy. He gives you like some thumbs up, and he's like, I don't know why I did that, and
I pat him on the shoulder and I'll tell him, let me get some rest, and then I'll introduce you to your protectee afterwards.
all right, sounds good. I'll be ready.
Excellent.
All right. He
At
goes
that
back-
moment, Tharn pokes his head back in the door and goes, "Are any of you members of the Tal'Dorei Council?"
Maybe soon.
all right.
Who knows?
Did we come to a decision there, Fike?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wear the cloak of protection.
Okay. Anybody else have stuff they would like to do?
I have one more thing, but it's super quick. If you don't mind.
Go for it. Go for it.
Because I never took the sending stone back from our favorite bard.
Yeah.
I would like to ask
Nope,
our
you didn't.
favorite bard how the crusade is coming. Hey, Strats. It's Spike. Just want to know if you have those troops coming. How you doing, buddy?
Funny that. He was stripped of all of his magical items when he was imprisoned.
Strats, what the fuck did you do?
So
We didn't find it.
no.
You just hear someone, hello? Hello?
So now
I'm a
you just have
cleric of
half of the
Malora
sending
here in
stuff.
Vasselheim.
Yeah, we found his stuff,
This
and like we
Simon.
found their stuff when we were grabbing stuff, didn't we? Because I thought,
Nope.
Okay.
So there's no response.
Wow.
Cool. I take the stone and I chuck it, and then it comes right back to me, and I go fuck.
You wanted bullet fling that thing.
That's it. I told you it was gonna be quick, Ren.
Yep.
Ren, what do you got?
Well, while we're here, Ren kind of wants to see if she can grab any more potions for people because dealing with Feywilds and stuff, and I'm down to like a couple regulars and like maybe a greater.
Oh, that reminds me.
All the potions are being
Yeah,
requisitioned for
That's
the
what I thought.
military.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Unfortunately, you can get access to them, but everyone that you take, they explain to you in like a super polite, in a super polite way, but they're like, everyone you take is one that won't be there to help a soldier during the big battle.
Yeah, and she promptly turns away from that and just goes back.
Okay.
Does House Thunderbrand like have like any kind of like training area? I know they're like mages, but like
They have an area with some dummies that they can cast some like spells at, like practice some like lightning bolts and fireballs and stuff.
She's just gonna go to that training area and go through motions.
Okay.
Ren, I have 2 greater healing potions you can just have.
What if? I mean, I have a greater healing potion.
Okay, you want to
As
just
well as
take my
your-
superior healing potion then?
It don't matter. That was just something she wanted to try to do while she was here. She needed to go for a walk.
Okay.
Hey, Ren gets hurt a lot. How about Ren just takes the healing potion?
Whatever.
Come on, Ren, accept
Fine.
help.
Accepting.
Accept help.
Fine.
You fool.
Shut up. Fine.
So then you're taking the superior.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. She's
All
just
right.
gonna go down that training area and just start like really intensely going through motions after that damn fight.
Okay.
And crackle with her if she can, but
Oh, hey, and as a side note to everybody, just because we didn't remember it, I didn't see it last game. When I was going through looking for those potions, turns out that I have 2 1,000 gold encrusted chalices for
Nice.
for Heroes Feast.
nice.
So
Well, there you go.
I have them if we need them.
There you go.
Good.
Well, it's like going into your old bag and finding like $20 at the bottom of your backpack. It's like nice.
Yeah.
Well, like we needed the chalices, and I imagine Thorn has them like on his shell, but they're around the backside, so every time he turns, he can't quite see them.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
you can
like-
hear them clanking together. And then,
Instead of $20 at the bottom, it's $1,000 at the bottom
Yeah.
of the bag. $2,000
except at the
technically.
bottom,
2,000.
It's a Flavor Flav cup. Like it's a beer juice cup. All right. If there's, is there anything else you guys want to accomplish with your brief stay in Craghammer?
Question.
I'll just go
ahead. We talked briefly with somebody about getting Vanya a potion to make him real big. I don't remember if they were in Craghammer though.
They were not. It was Sherry. in
Oh,
Whitestone.
right, she's in Whitestone. Okay, never mind then. I will not go check in on that.
Okay.
Would he like Bureau to send to Sherry and check in on
That
it?
would be nice to see how the how the Make Vanya Really Big potion is going.
I will send to Sherry. Say, Sherry, any updates on that potion for Vanya?
You get a response back. I'm close to a breakthrough. Give me 36 hours.
Excellent. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, we can work with that. And after that, I'll probably go to wherever I can beat something up and not feel about my frustrations with Kursk.
Okay.
So he walks into Tharn's room while he's asleep.
Yeah.
What?
There's a bar in town with a pit fighting cage ring.
You remember this.
Yeah, you know what? Sure. Let's
There you
go fucking cage fight some people.
You go
That
beat
sounds
up
like
a bunch of fucking soldier dwarves who are antsy for a fight.
Again.
who've been cooped up,
Again.
who've been cooped up
Again.
who've been cooped up in Crackhammer. But yeah, you have you get to think about being punched in the face and punching people in the face, and not about feelings.
I mean, they're dwarves. I'm not sure they can reach my face.
They work together.
There's three of them standing on each other's shoulders with a trench coat.
Trench coat.
Yeah.
There's like a slam dunk contest of who could punch Vanya in the face.
Yeah.
Dwarves like leapfrogging off other dwarves.
Well, you're like a 19th level character. You have to take on like 20 of them just for it to be fair.
I am 18th level. Thank you very much.
Whatever. All right. You guys take a long rest and wake up afterwards refreshed. All your spells are regenerated. All your hit points are back. You get half of your level in hit dice back if you were missing any.
Mhm.
Get 9 temporary hit points from Nox.
Yes, you do.
We don't need to drag this out, but when I wake up, I will wish for a simulacrum
Okay.
of myself.
Okay.
And
A
give
naked
it-
you appears.
I will give it some clothes as well as my +1 breastplate and +1 rapier. And tell Kursk to keep it secret. Keep it safe.
He salutes and says, nothing will get past me, sir.
I trust
Save
your
the
boy.
Piero, save the world.
So what are the instructions you give your simulacrum?
I tell him to do his best to help Terra and the Alliance do any additional research they need, and also study up and start practicing casting imprisonment without actually burning a spell scroll, obviously. Just get really familiar with it.
All right. He says, you got it, handsome.
I knew I liked you.
Well, there's a lot to like.
Absolutely.
Yes, we know, Bard. Get it over with already before we leave. Just get it over with.
He's like, is there... He just kind of looks you up and down. He's like, is there a thing? It's
yes, we get to
I'm
settle
sorry.
the classic
I'm
question.
sorry.
Yes,
I'm
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Go fuck yourself. Go
Go
fuck
fuck
yourself.
all
We've been,
right. You
Spike's
cast
been saying it for
simulacrum,
the entirety of the campaign.
kit him out. You kit him out with some stuff, and he heads off to do that stuff that you asked him to.
Excellent. Well, who wants to go to the Feywild?
I really don't, but
No, but we aren't going anyway.
yep.
Shall we?
This is going to be very unpleasant. Let's get it over with.
Sure is. And unless anybody has any last-minute objections or things to do, I will cast Plane Shift.
Taking Sada with you?
Yep.
All right. So it's the 6 of you and Sada. All right.
And Crackle.
Oh, great. Kursk is staying and Sada's coming along. This is wonderful.
And Crackle.
You guys, you cast Plane Shift You cast plane shift, Vanya
Good
or
right.
Biero.
Yeah. DM,
Yes.
while you're cycling everything around, and we're waiting for all of it to load, can I just ask, just because it was brought up, what would I roll to see what I might know about the nature in the Feywild?
Arcana? Question mark?
I'd say you could roll Arcana or Nature, but they'll tell you different things.
Okay.
So you
Well,
can whichever you'd like.
it would I would be wanting to roll a nature.
All right.
So,
So 12.
just because I'd assume nature, nature in the Feywild, nature on the prime material plane, it was all created by Melora, so it's all the same thing.
So what you understand about the Feywild is that it is a plane that mirrors the prime material world. So you have to imagine that there are some laws or of nature that are going to
Hey, Wobbly
carry
Lobster,
over
how you doing?
in order for it to be a
We're
mirrored
alive
world.
still?
There's going to have to be some things that are true here that are true there. The only other thing you understand about it is that it is a place of unbridled and untamed nature. So as far as Tharn's concerned, that's probably nothing but positives.
Cool.
So that's pretty much what a 12 gets you. However, as you cast plane shift and you are rocketed past the divine gate
Oh, thank you so much for the follow.
across
Welcome.
the
Glad to have you.
cosmos, you arrive in a place that has just past sunset with the moon and the stars out, and you are just into the hours of twilight as you look up as you arrive in dew-covered, windswept, grassy plains. As you look toward the horizon, you see the cityscape that is before you, that you can see here on the screen. As you are probably what you would imagine is half a mile from what is left of Singorn. Behind you in the distance, you can see a forest on the horizon.
Take a break from character making. Nice.
And
Well, welcome.
even further behind Singorn, you can see rising
More
up
shenanigans.
into the night sky, deep blue
Is what we're
and
doing.
purple mountains in the distance.
Yeah, everyone okay?
Not a huge fan of that.
For now.
I check myself. I make sure I'm all in one piece.
As well as Kent's to be expected.
Watch where you step. I've heard some weird shit happens.
Yeah, we have stories about the Fae back home.
Mm.
None of them are happy ones.
Could you define weird shit?
Not really. Something like sentient plants.
All plants are sentient. All you have to do is talk to them to learn that.
Sure.
I remember we've dealt with sentient plants before. I mean, technically, like in the Underdark, there was like the myconids or something like that. Did we see any of those?
You do not see any fungal
Mm.
shapes, but as you do walk through the grassy fields, all the tall grass does have that that just damp
Been going on for a
feeling
couple
to
years
it
now.
of like it's just starting to get dew and just a layer of moisture on it from the night air. As you make your way, I assume you're making your way towards what you now can see. Those of you with the higher perceptions, what is left of Singorn. It is, those of you who have seen it before, it is certainly a third of probably what it's supposed to be. There's literally, it is like if you were standing at the gates of Singorn looking at it, it's like the left third of the wall that comes around, and then that one half of it is just open, uh, like cut off, like in a straight line. There's like certain buildings that are like there's like half of them that is just open to the air.
Gods.
Oh, good.
That's not good.
No.
There's something here.
Great. In a land of wild wilderness, there's a city.
As much as I don't like cities, I'll take
Sada
them over
whispers
the
to you.
Feywild.
Sada whispers to you, Tharn. Well, what's left of a city?
Yes, what's left of a city.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is Bureau's home. For the love of God, have some respect.
Yes, Sadia, have some respect.
Fuck, I hear you,
She did not know, did she?
bitch.
I just start power walking quickly forward.
All right, you guys follow Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you go marching demonstrably toward the city, Bureau. As you do, as you get closer towards the outside, to actually like the spot where like ends, and you kind of have that 90-degree of where the cutoff began. I'd like everyone to make perception checks.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
Hawkeye.
yeah. Ren, you notice before anyone else, and because you roll so high, you don't do anything to alert it as you notice emerging from the tall grass with bows drawn, Singornian troops coming up around you.
Gonna pause everybody. We are not a
Hello?
threat.
Who
We're
are
not
you?
a threat. We're here to help them.
Yes.
Who
I'm
are you?
Biro, son of Adamar. Is what's transpired?
Best if you talk to those in charge. Come with us. And they turn to lead you into what's left of the city. As you come in around the outside of the wall, led by this small group of like 5 elves, it looks like a disaster area. There's makeshift living areas and medical care areas set up. Even though this is the section of the city that remained, there's obvious signs of like looting and destruction in and amongst some of the buildings. There is people with various already tended to injuries going about doing what tasks they can. There's some burn marks on and some smoke damage to some buildings as you can walk through. You can smell that like sort of field medical triage smell in the air as you're led through different people. There's as you get through different alleyways and different streets, you're definitely getting some stares as you're probably some of the first new people that these people have seen in a while, and at least since this happened. But eventually they lead you into a deeper section of the city that seems a little bit less scathed than the rest of the stuff that you've seen. At which point you see sitting there in at a desk, just kind of like out under the night sky, doing like, you know, planning and dealing with the situation, for lack of a better term. You see, you see. You see, their name is. Oh, come on.
You know, that person.
Sorry.
Come
That person
on.
we all know.
Ruining the dramatic tension.
I am
Um,
king. Oh, come on.
Dramatic
Yeah.
tension.
Is Oestra one of them?
You see High Warden. You see, Oestra, the voice of memory, and Elf, the Grand Historian. You see next to them, High Warden Terelda. You do not see Verdant Lord Kalendar at the table. As you guys come in, they look up and regard you.
High Warden voice.
Well, welcome to Singon. Such as it is, I hope things are going better in the prime material plane.
Slightly.
Hmm.
We just lost the Emerald Outpost and Kymel, but the dwarves are building for withstanding a siege or an attack.
Oh,
How
they're actually helping. Oh,
quite a bit. How how goes the efforts here?
what efforts? All we are doing is trying to recover what we can. We are useless to anyone.
We aren't sorry for your losses.
Um, do you know anything of my father's condition?
Unchanged as of now. We can take him to him whenever you would like.
Yes, sooner rather than later, but of course, first we're here to. We've had some success in collecting the vestiges that we'd talked to you about before, and we have one left to secure, which is here. Is there any guidance or aid that you can offer regarding finding the lunar shroud and the keeper of the moontides?
Well, it's one of the few things we've been able to put what little resources we have towards, based on the conversations we've had with Lady Allura. And they gesture over to Elsa, who comes walking up and says,
Let it go.
She's made some, albeit not much, progress on this front. If you'll excuse us, we have much to see to. She can fill you in on anything you need and take you to your father.
Of course, thank you.
Yes. And they go back to trying to clean up this mess. As you walk over to Elsa, who says, "Well, he's still alive. That's good."
Yeah, compared to how things seem here. How have you been?
Staying busy.
I can imagine. They mentioned that you may have some leads on the Lunar Shroud or Keeper of the Moontides.
Yes. It will not be easy to acquire.
They
Nothing
never
has
are.
been so far.
No.
Shall we walk?
Yes, please.
She'll begin to lead you through the ruined streets of Singorn. She says, "The Keeper is an archfey who sits on one of the courts here in the Feywild. Toward the sea is where her court resides."
Okay. Very far towards the sea.
It is hard to say. I haven't actually been there.
Then how did you gain this knowledge?
I, in searching for it, I've spent the majority of my time away from the city trying to find information about this vestige for you when you did eventually arrive. I was able to make contact with a group of lycanthropes who were able to inform me of its existence, this court.
Are they friendly?
Oh, what kind of lycanthrope?
They have an aggressive disposition, but they can be negotiated with.
Well, that's something.
They told me that there were on the other side of their brush was a set of rivers that if one were to travel down them would bring them to the sea and the court of the keeper. I guess technically you don't have to travel down the river, you could just walk along it, but
Are they, should we go make contact with the lycanthropes first?
if you can if you'd like. I believe I've gotten all the information that they have out of them.
Excellent.
And they have no issue with people traveling through their brush, so long as they are respectful.
Do you know anything about this keeper and what we'll be facing?
Unfortunately, very little, other than the very little. She's the keeper of the moon tides. I imagine she has some control over the domains of water here in the Feywild.
That makes sense. Well,
But I
hate to
know
ask
that she possesses this this what did you call it? Shroud.
the
She
lunar
possesses
shroud.
this. Yes, she possesses this shroud, and according to the lycanthropes, can be persuaded to part with it to the right individual or group of individuals if they pass her tests.
Brenda sighs at the word tests.
Oh
The
no!
last time that happened.
Tests.
Do you know the nature of these tests?
I do not.
Well, certainly quite a bit of information. Anything else?
It
that
is at
you
least
learned?
several. It is at least several prime material plane days. Just to the other side of the Moonbrush.
Oh, how many days is it here?
Time works differently here.
Which meanest?
The time of day that it is now is not going to change. Time still passes, things age, things that can age. But the last time, Bureau, if you'll recall, the last time you were here during the conflagration with the conclave, you'll remember it was evening, just before sunset.
Right.
That was over 20 years ago, and this is how much time has passed in the day. In the time of day. It's hard to explain. Are you understanding?
I don't. I put my
Somewhat.
makeup on in the morning, so it's never going to be morning.
No.
All right.
Not so long as you are here, unless you are planning a very extended stay.
So 'tis simply a matter that the time of day here doth not change, 'tis eternal
It
twilight of
does.
sorts.
Over decades.
Well,
I hate this place so much already.
Elsa, would you care for one more trip into the Feywild with us?
Well, I mean, obviously you need my help, so.
It is appreciated. Now, what do you know about my father's condition? Is it reversible?
From what I understand, the healers say that they've done what they can for him. He could wake up in time, or he could stay this way for who knows how long. Unless you have access to more powerful magics.
We do.
I know a guy.
And at this point you arrive at what looks like a makeshift infirmary that perhaps at one time was a library. but you can see in a bed off to one side, resting gently with like linen wrapped around his head, on his back, just kind of eyes closed, sleeping. Looks like he's just sleeping. You see your father.
I go kneel by his bedside, and I'll just try to inspect him. Does he look still like physically previously wounded, or?
There's still some bruising around where the bandage is. Make a medicine check. I mean, that's kind of obvious, so I give you that for free. With 13, other than that, you can't really see anything else. It just looks like he's sleeping, like out of character. I don't. He's in a. It looks like he's in a coma.
Gotcha. Damn it! I'm a bard, not a doctor.
Fortunately, I'm a doctor.
Yes, darn. Could you please take a look at him?
Of course. I would like to take a look at him.
Make a medicine check.
Alrighty. Are there any other clerics in the room?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Not
so I've got no one
clerics.
to
There's
berate
just
while I do a medicine check.
no. There's people that are just doing like what would be considered like nurses' work, like changing out like gauze and linens and stuff like that. Dressings, wound dressings. 26. This man was struck on the head, and has suffered some brain damage, and so is in a coma. It's not physical healing that he needs. You think, with your medicine check, that something like a regenerate spell would be needed to fix, like to repair the physical damage to his brain.
You mean this spell that I've been reading for the last few minutes on my phone?
That would be the one.
Cool. Cool.
Is there anything you can do, Thorn? Is there any hope?
There's nothing I can do. But there is certainly
anything...
something the Wild Mother can do.
God damn it. He's like that doctor from Arrested Development.
Oh.
He's all right.
I'll take 1 minute to prep the spell.
To swap it out? Okay.
Yep. Then I stand over his body and
Always.
I lay my hands upon him and cast regenerate.
Cast Mr. Miyagi.
Wax on,
yeah.
Wax off.
I wax him off, and he's all better.
Crazy.
This is all part of the ritual. Don't worry.
You cast regenerate on him, and a few moments go by, and you watch as your father shifts, and his eyes kind of flutter open, and he turns and looks at you, Biero, and says, "Oh, hello, son."
I just pull him into a hug.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's back.
Welcome back, sir.
I turtle my head in between them, and I go, "Now someone will be in contact with your HMO about covering. Someone from the billing department should be up in just a few minutes."
I don't understand what he's saying, but
just trust me, it's very wise.
Her Majesty's organization, aka the Wild Mother Temple.
Yeah. What's been going on?
You're in the Feywild with about 30% of Singorn.
That seems bad.
Yeah, better than being back on the prime material plane, though, so you seem fairly safe here now that you're awake. We're going to have to go explore the Feywild.
Thank you, sir.
Um,
He looks over to you, Tharn, and reaches out to shake your hand. So, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Just gonna interrupt Biro right in the middle of the talk.
Oh, no, well, I mean, I didn't mean to time it that way.
Yeah, he's like, Dad, we're on a dangerous mission to the middle of the Fey. Thank you so much, sir.
After he says that, then Biro says what he says. And he turns to you, Biro, and says, "Oh, well, that's pretty much you, huh?"
Yeah, sure is. Didn't think it would be you, though. Glad you're awake.
It's really not me, as you can tell.
Have you
This
heard?
kind of sits up a little bit as he's getting stronger and stronger as time goes on.
I start just kind of idly playing a soothing tune on my lute while we talk.
Biero, he needs his rest.
Fair.
30 seconds later. Okay, he's fine now.
Yeah, he's like sitting up in the bed now, kinda, like moving his arms a little bit.
At what point do we hear the crack where his skull is no longer caved in, and we hear like that audible pop?
Ugh.
That right before Tharn says, "Okay, he's fine now."
Yep, that tracks.
You see, elven heads are much like
There's like
jaws.
an
You push the
explosion
little
of
thing
air
down
and
the
then a
middle, it
snap,
pops
and
out.
then there's like an explosion of air and then a snap, and then Tharn's like,
Whoa.
"Okay, he's good now."
Father, are you familiar with the Keeper of the Moontides?
I have to admit, not particularly. It's more of a minor subject of mine.
Well, we're going to meet them, so if you happen to know anything else, it sure would be great to share.
Be reverent in their presence. They do not deal well with disrespect.
So my normal self. Be my normal self.
Like slowly peek over to
do not
Tharn.
be your normal
Slowly
self.
peek over to Vanya. Slowly peek over to Noxus.
Ah, shit, fuck, damn
it.
I will be very silent because I do not want the Fae to steal my soul.
Like Ren's just over here like that plushy monkey meme, just like slowly peeking over. Like, oh geez.
Look, everyone knows that if you talk to the Fae too much and you're not careful, they can steal your soul. I do not want them to steal my soul. So I will not talk to the Fae woman. Or the keeper person. Whatever.
But you're the
I
one
want no
that's so
part.
good at persuasion.
No, I am not! I can't even persuade Kursk.
I guess we'll just have to muddle along then.
As the keeper of the moontides, she controls the portals in and out of this plane of existence.
That is good to know.
Yes.
Does that mean if she liked us, then she could get us back home real fast?
I'm not sure. Potentially, but she has dominion over the passage in and out of this plane of existence to any of the other planes of existence, including the prime material plane.
I understand that she is interested in tests. Have you heard of any of these? Anybody who's been tested by her?
Unfortunately, no.
Fair. It's good to see you, Dad.
It's good to be seen. I guess. Well, I guess I have been being seen. I just have, it's good to see others.
Ren just actually like chuckles a bit, looking between these two very opposite family members.
The regenerate did his job. He's still been through a lot, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, he's always been like that. He's been the awkward one.
Yeah. But he goes, well, I mean, it's thrilling to see you, son. And I would love to spend more time with you, but I understand if you're in a hurry.
You guys mind if we wait an hour before we head out?
By all
Of
means,
course, I wouldn't
No.
just abandon a patient like this.
take some time with him.
Thank you. And I pull up a seat to just keep an eye on him and talk to him.
Yeah.
I step in between Biero and his dad while Biero is sitting, and I start doing doctory stuff. I'm taking his pulse.
Yeah, he just
It's
kinda
one of
lets it
those like
happen.
memes, like, aren't you forgetting something? And like Thorn just in the middle, like Jesus. Keep room for.
He fills you in, Bureau, on everything that he knows about the Keeper, which is not a ton, but it's a little bit more. She is also the keep. She keeps in and amongst her any sea birds, like seahawks, and other water type fowl are part of her her court. She also presides over the passing of the seasons. The changing of the seasons. As well as the moon and the phases of the moon. Things that are generally tied to tides. But those are the things that he explains to you as he remembers them over the course of the hour, in and amongst other chit chat about what you've been up to and the things you've seen.
She sounds particularly powerful.
Well, she's an archfey. They kind of run this plane of existence.
True. Understood.
It's like facing a dragon in its lair, but on a much bigger scale.
Well,
They're able to draw
faced a
power
few
from the
dragons.
Feywild itself.
Do you know if tales tell if she's initially hostile?
I think it depends on the individual.
Okay. So be nice.
I mean, I understand you are very talented, but I can't imagine you're going. I wouldn't expect to be able to sneak into her court.
Fair enough.
Even as talented as I'm sure you are.
And that seemeth not to be what we wisheth to do in this case, anyway.
Biero can't, definitely.
Yeah, Fike's the stealthy one.
No sneaking will be required. I shall simply speak to her. As one chosen
sounds like
protector
a
of nature
terrible
to
idea.
another, we will see eye to eye, clearly.
That's fine-tune our plan a little bit.
Yeah, is there an elven like leather worker nearby? I want to pick up a muzzle quick.
I don't
That
know.
is
I've been in
perfectly
a
fine,
coma.
Fike. We are not here to
Sorry.
kink shame you.
No, I have a ball gag for me. It's not for me. It's a present.
But yeah, you guys hang out for an hour, chit chat with Bureau and his dad. Give him some space to chat with his dad alone. So you guys can take a short rest if you guys need it, if it gets you anything. I don't know, but while you're doing that, Elsa is off getting her gear to go with you. And when she returns, about an hour has passed.
I stand up and say, Dad, take care of yourself. We'll be back as soon as we can.
I look forward to it. Be safe. Watch out for falling rocks.
You first.
Kind of looks up. I will. You guys walk with Elsa to the back out of the city, just out around the wall again, because there's no gate. As you guys begin to walk back through the grass, following Elsa as she begins to guide you towards the moonbrush.
As we go.
As,
Oh, sorry.
Yep. No, just real quick. As we go, I'll walk by Tharn and I'll say, I am extremely grateful. I'm in your debt.
No debt required, friend.
Thank you.
Your father, however, he's quite in debt to me. I don't believe he was in network, so it's going to be very expensive.
Fortunately, I've come into a little money recently.
You're telling me you got injured in the Feywild. Ooh.
Ooh, that's not a good place to get injured.
Oh, yeah, you didn't actually put in a sending to let us know this procedure was going to happen beforehand. So I was in a coma. Yeah, but it's still it's part of the policy you signed.
It's right here in black and white. You signed it. I mean, we didn't force you to sign it.
See, what I should have done, I should have given him the generic regenerate, but instead I actually went with the name brand.
That's a premium.
That Melora brand regenerate.
Yeah, should have taken the Rgen.
Oh well. As
no,
you guys
but
begin
in character.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. Biero, worry not about it. Melora has granted me these powers specifically to help those in need. It is what I do.
I've noticed that about you. You're a very good man.
Yes. Yes, I am. And you, sir, are very, very observant. And a fantastic judge of character. And those are two of the things I like about you.
I actually laugh in character as well.
Yep.
Sorry, Ren, I think I interrupted you.
Let's say as they're walking, Ren's just gonna eventually fall into place with Vanya. And aren't you all right, Vanya?
Oh, I'm fine. Just going somewhere where things can eat your souls and the grass tries to strangle people and the butterflies drink blood and all kinds of horrible things.
You have heard quite a bit about this place, haven't you?
I have no idea what, if any, of it is true, but I have heard many things about the Feywild.
Honestly,
Bill, I hope you're totally okay with me making up bullshit Feywild things.
Yeah,
Because it's already
Totally.
started.
I'm sure Vanya's traveled a lot. I'm sure he's heard all sorts of crazy shit. That's
Oh, of
just
course.
absolutely nonsense bunk, but he thinks it's true.
Hmm.
That's absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Uh,
I was honestly not
so just
expecting
all
such.
kinds of
Hmm.
wonderful, lovely things here.
Mm.
Worst of all, I can't even just fight them. Some of them just happen.
Now I think I understand. I was simply concerned you seemed more troubled in the past day or so. I
Eh,
was not sure if it was simply this or not. You mentioned
I don't
Kursk.
like the Feywild. I mean, I'm also, I guess, not happy about how things went down with the outpost, but I don't think any of us are, so...
No, not
Yeah.
at all. And I apologize for my bit of that. I feel like I
Don't
ran
apologize.
in.
You did the best you could.
I doth not think so. I feel like I
Red.
was. What?
The only thing that you would need to apologize for is if you did nothing.
Unfortunately, I feel like I did nothing up to a certain extent, and that is why
Well,
I
you
was so forceful in that fight. Proactive.
You did well. Now, unrelated thing. I offered a little while ago to help you with emotion in battle. You still interested?
Yes.
Cool. Because I'm told there are things here that treat fear like a delicacy, which is why I am doing my best to not be afraid right now.
That is good to know. I did wish I knew beforehand that such a thing. All right.
The Feywild has all kinds of horrible things. So
Wonderful.
many horrible things. I'm so unhappy that we're here.
Then where do we begin?
Well, we begin by walking, and we begin tonight. Whenever we set down to set camp. For
All right.
now, just don't let on that you're afraid. If nothing else, there are predators here. And you and I both know that those things can smell fear.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. As you guys continue to trek through this fantastical landscape, what feels like several hours go by, though it's hard to tell because like the night doesn't pass. Like the moon never moves through the sky. It's stays in, as far as you can tell, it stays in the same place the whole time. But eventually you're able to see on the horizon the edge of a forest. These twisted, writhed, corkscrewed, light brown trees with these bright purplish pink fuchsia leaves mixed with some teal blues. A thick canopy with a dark interior. As Elsa says, that's the moon brush.
Billiam?
Yes.
Question. My Elder Cartographer's Glossography. does that only work on the prime material plane, or as a magical
Yes.
item, does it work on all planes?
It works on the prime material plane.
Gotcha. Okay.
You could get another one tuned to this plane, but
That seems like a lot of effort.
yeah. But Elsa points into the distance and says, "That is the moon brush."
Well,
It
shall
looks
we?
peachy.
I mean, it's very pretty, but
Hmm.
so do we keep going? Like
We have to
when
go
do we-
through it,
Okay.
or we can go around it, but that would add quite a bit of time to our journey.
Yes, if only we hadn't left behind the person who can turn us all into fog.
If only.
You had someone who could turn you all into fog.
Yes. Very talented young man who accompanies us on most of our journeys.
Oh,
Either way, perhaps we should not
I'm
be
familiar with it.
fog
Curse,
wandering
right?
through a notch phase domain.
Anyway, no use lamenting something that's not here and that we can't change. Shall we continue?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't like this fog.
All right, you guys continue towards the moon brush. I would like everyone to make either perception or survival checks for me.
We're heading into a
Oh,
bank of
fucking
fog. One
hell!
you'll probably like. Should be an advantage, my bad.
All right. As you guys get closer to the moon brush, you're walking closer and closer. You get right up to the edge of the tree line. You guys, as you do, as you're just kind of like all quietly standing there, examining how far you can see in from where you're standing, and kind of inching closer just to get an idea, because there's no like obvious path. You guys hear like several yelling, like someone screaming out in blood curdling shrieks, coming from Biero, Renata, Fike, and I'm assuming that, yeah, Crackle. There's these screams coming from their direction. Just like, it's like when you're in school and they turn the fire alarm on, and like even if you plug your ears, it's still like your seat's right next to it, and you're just, it's like right in your ear, just screaming. I don't want to argue. I don't want to anger my neighbors, so I'm not actually going to try
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
the
Just what?
Are they coming out of our mouths?
sound. No, it's like coming from like it's not coming from you. It's just like the source of it is generally around you.
Yeah, Ren's just holding her ears and just.
What?
Those of you who rolled well, like Tsada, Fike, why did you roll twice?
Sentinel shield.
Oh, so Fike, you didn't step on one, but Tharn, but Vanya, Tharn, Fike, you guys notice that there were these strange like mushrooms on starting to appear on the ground near the entrance to the forest. That you can see Ren, Crackle, and Bureau standing on.
Hey, like I yell as loud as I can, like, come here! Don't step on the fucking mushrooms. What are you doing?
will move forward towards Spike as he motions,
Yeah.
but
Crackle,
They're all-
go up.
They're
yeah.
all still just, even when they step off of them, they're all still just just like, it's like that annoying car alarm that just won't go off.
Was it like
But
the
instead of
worst
being
sound, like
out-
the most annoying sound ever,
Yeah.
like from Jim Carrey? That clip.
Yes, exactly. It's exactly what it sounds like, except it's 10 times louder
Oh
and
no.
doesn't stop, like, because they don't need to stop for air, like, so it just keeps going, like, it's
Mm.
That's unpleasant.
Trying to move quickly. Oh.
Is it obvious now that it's coming from the mushrooms?
With your 15, it's not obvious to you just yet.
Well, no, because Fike said, "Come over here, don't step on the mushrooms."
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. If he did say that and kind of gestured towards him, then you could see, yes, that Fike seems to think the source is the mushrooms.
I'd like to walk over to the mushrooms.
Okay. You walk
And I've
over.
got produce flame up so I can see.
Yeah.
I just realized something.
Hmm.
Nature clerics don't get
Speak with plants.
yeah. It has all the speak with animals related stuff, but it has none of the plant stuff.
Wow.
That seems like
Wow.
an oversight on their
It
part.
does
Yeah, it
seem-
seems like a little bit of an oversight, right? Like that.
It does seem like
I
a
got a
little
little-
oversight. Yeah.
Oh wait, don't you get like a channel divinity for charming plants or something?
Only to charm them, I can't speak to them. That's
Isn't
what
there
I'm
like a
saying.
thing? Isn't there like a thing as a turtle that you can talk to stuff? I don't know. I feel like that's a thing. I could be completely wrong and making that up.
I don't believe so. Not in what the final turtle stuff was. Anyway.
Am I thinking of
'cause-
something else? Am I thinking of gnomes?
I think.
well,
no,
yeah, I
it's
think
for
you are.
Furballs.
Thinking of
Or
forest
thinking
gnomes.
of
Am I thinking of
Furballs.
furballs? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Well, I guess like you don't have to share like a language to charm something, I guess, for it to like you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that mechanically I can just use my channel divinity to charm them, but it's up to you whether or not there would be any way of like being like, "Hey, little guy, sorry about that. What's going on? Everything okay?"
Anyone want to get a towel?
Just like I love you. Shh, shh, shh.
I mean, you can certainly try.
Well, at first I'll just try speaking to them in. I will try speaking to them in Druidic.
In Druidic?
Yes.
Okay. Where?
It's your fungi aren't plants.
Wait, no. Hold on. I will try the following languages in communicating with them. Are you ready?
Sure.
I will try saying greetings, please calm down in Druidic. Then I will try in Sylvan. Then I will try in Terran.
Okay. And you're just speaking at this point. You're not using your channel divinity, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll say that real quick, and if they don't respond, then I'll do my channel divinity and try again.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
So what exactly do you say again?
I say, greetings. Please calm down. Are you okay?
There's obviously multiple sources of the screams. A couple of them stop.
stop after which language?
Sylvan.
Okay, well then I'll stay in Sylvan, and I'll try speaking with the rest again. I'll say, dear mushrooms, please calm down. Are you all right? Is there anything I can do with which to aid you?
Is that what Sylvan sounds like?
Living in the
Why does
sunlight and
Sylvan sound like
having
the
a
Swedish
wonderful
chef?
time.
It's canon. That's what Sylvan sounds like.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't sound the same in all languages. That's not,
Yeah.
if you're really.
Oh my god.
Are you using your channel divinity this
It's
time?
literally Tiny Tim's voice.
I'll try it one more time without the channel divinity, since it worked on some of them, and then if it doesn't work after that, then I'll charm them.
You think you have to add some more juice to it if you're going to have a second round or a go at it. So.
All right, then I'll grasp my holy symbol and I will channel my divinity to charm them.
Make another persuasion check, but this time with advantage. 19 with the lower DC, with the charm on. The last couple of them stop, except one is kind of able, it like kicks some spores out, which you inhale and are kind of able to comprehend. It's less language and more like conveying concepts, and they're like, and they go, "Sorry, self-defense mechanism."
Oh, that is quite all right. Believe me, you are not the first fungus whose spores I have inhaled, and you shan't be the last.
you get a sense back of like, I'm not really 100% sure how to feel about that.
I need an adult.
Are you all right now? I understand it was quite a start being stepped on.
No, somebody stepped on us.
Do you require some assistance?
I mean, yeah.
As fungus, do you happen to share one body so that I only have to use one spell to heal all of you?
I'm not 100% sure that I understand all the concepts that you are implying right now. I'm just a fungus.
Do I have your consent to heal you?
Yes, please.
They do share one body. It's like the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's all connected.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking more like, yeah, man. So like they're like the systems they use to root into the ground are like all talking to each other, man. They're able to send like neural messages back and forth. So it's like one brain, man.
You get the sense that might be how it works.
Okay. I cast Cure Wounds 37 times to try to help all of them.
You cast Cure Wounds once, the first time, and you get the sense that it confirms your suspicions. And there is an interconnected network. They are all the same organism. And you get another puff of spores that says, "Thank you."
You are most welcome. We shall keep a further eye out for your brethren as we move forward.
And from behind Thorn, just thank
poof
you.
of spores says, "That is much appreciated."
Red, why the fuck is his voice so high?
Enjoy
It's freaking me out.
for the following 40 decades.
As long as it is not screaming.
I guess so, but it might be more unsettling than the screaming mushrooms.
I'll turn back to the party and go, remember, all these things are sentient. We must be careful where we tread.
Of course. Forgive me.
Great.
I'm gonna stare down at the ground and everyone just like trying to pinpoint everything.
All right. Well, if we have to watch
No.
the ground, as
Ren, I know that as a follower of the Wild Mother, you know better. But everyone, please, you must change your attitudes when you're out here in this unbridled nature. Your mentalities are wrong. All of you come from societies that think they own whatever land they land on.
No, stop.
No.
No.
They can claim.
No.
No, I do not.
No.
I know every rock and tree and creature has
No.
a life, has a spirit, has a name.
Yes, what were all those creatures' names?
Well,
List them.
You think the only humanoids who are humanoids
List
are the
them.
humanoids who think and act like you.
You don't even know their names, do you? You didn't even ask.
Oh God.
Have you ever heard the direwolf cry to the blue corn moons?
What the fuck is a blue corn moon?
Okay.
Whether you are flesh or scaly skins?
There's a DMCA coming for us.
Oh, okay. All right. Moving forward. Elsa says,
Someone please
now
clip
that I have
that.
that ringing in my ear, should we proceed into the brush? Or would you like to rest outside it before we head in?
How long have we been going?
I know it's hard to keep track. It's still hard for me, even though we've been here for a bit. But we've probably been going for at least 6 or 7 hours.
The sooner that we reach these lichens and can talk with them about passing through this forest, the better.
Well, we don't have to run into them at all.
I thought the purpose of coming here was to speak with them, and though you've gotten all of their information, to gain passage through the forest.
No, the purpose of coming here is so that we can pass through the forest. I've already procured us permission to pass through the forest.
Oh, well then let's continue to pass through the forest.
Unlike some other people
Agreed.
you may be traveling with, I'm actually proficient at what I do.
Oh! Everyone like side eye to Sada.
How dare you say such a thing about my traveling compatriots? Why, if it weren't so
look.
accurate, I would be furious.
I explained this earlier. I thought you were paying attention. Apparently, you need to work on your proficiencies.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it possible that I missed something while I was saving Biero's father's life? My mistake. Sorry for being distracted during that time. You know.
Well, your apology is accepted.
Damn. Oh,
Oh, if Fike was straight, I would ship this.
yeah.
I walk up to her and I cast Banish.
So you guys proceed into the Moonbrush.
You did take her outfit, didn't you, Pike?
Elsa says, I have been here before. I will admit I'm not a ranger. I generally take to cities better. If one of you wants to head the navigation, I wouldn't be opposed to it. We just need to keep heading in that direction.
Then in that direction we shall head.
All right.
So
Oh,
who would
Lord.
like to make the survival check to lead you guys through the forest?
I can.
Would you prefer if I assist you or guidance you?
Probably guidance, because I think somebody else can assist me, question mark?
If they're proficient in survival.
I cannot.
Oh, too bad we didn't bring Kursk with us. He's proficient in survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can inspire you.
Okay, well in that
And-
case, Biero inspire, and I will assist since I am proficient
Alrighty.
in survival.
All right, there you go.
Wait, if you're proficient in survival, your survival is probably better than mine. Why don't I assist you?
All
Mm.
right. What's your survival?
+9.
Yeah, mine's plus 11.
Yeah. I don't have cleric wisdom.
All right.
I'll assist you.
Hey!
Natural 20.
Hey!
All right.
Hey.
Woo!
You do what you do, Tharn. You begin to lead
You do
them
you.
through a walk through the forest. Um, um, uh, expertly, as a matter of fact, you begin leading them through the forest. You've discovered that one of the things that is true in nature in the prime material plane that appears to also hold true here is that moss always grows on the north side of trees. So you are able to easily maintain your direction and lead the party through the woods. However, after several more hours of travel, you are beginning to feel sleepy.
I'm doing fine, but I'm sure some of you are quite tired after this long nature hike.
Um, yes, of course.
As I'm like leaning on my stick, like crumpled over,
Yeah.
it might be a good idea for some of you to possibly take a rest right now. So, shall we camp and where?
Well, we could rest in the bungalow.
Sounds
That
good.
works.
I'm fine with spending less time in the Feywild.
I will start juggling my components and turning them into a portal to my bungalow.
All right.
And Bonnie, you mayest not wish to say such a thing in earshot of everything. 'Tis rude.
It is. You're right. You are right.
I'm just gonna
I
look
am
around.
Bill,
Our
very-
apologies.
I am very sorry, beings
The
of
Feywild is
Feywild.
a wonderful place.
It is a wonderful place. It is. The fault is in myself. Vanya says very unconvincingly.
Bill?
Yeah.
A 17 in Arcana.
Thank you
Would that be enough
for the clip.
to know whether or not going into the bungalow was a good idea?
You can't see a reason why it would be a bad idea.
All right.
It keeps us from stepping on anything else here.
Yeah. You create the bungalow. You kind of you're in this there's like a small, very small little clearing. It's probably the biggest clearing you've come across at this point anyway, which might be why Tharn stopped. But
Welcome back.
there's a couple
Yes, everyone's
small
still
little
alive. We're in the Feywilds.
ponds or little glade pools. No more than
Technically, we're in a magical mansion now.
30 feet across, maybe 10 feet deep, the deepest.
We stepped on
like,
shriekers.
but there's a small, soft, grassy patch in the middle where you set up the door to the bungalow as you guys all move inside.
Nice.
Any changes to the bungalow, Bureau, or is this bungalow classic?
Pretty classic with a spare bedroom
For who?
for Elsa.
For Elsa. Okay, cool. You guys arrive in Bureau's bungalow after a long, hard day of hiking across grassy plains and through the forest with rooted, knotty ground. You guys anything before your rest tonight that you guys would like to do or discuss?
We entered the bungalow with no problems?
No problems.
Hey, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
We'll look to Vanya for guidance, like we talked about earlier.
All right. Training room?
All right.
Well, food first, then
Yes.
training room.
Yes, priorities.
What is on the menu tonight, Bureau? Elsa asks.
Savory vegetable medleys with fine pork chops and damn it, I'm making myself hungry.
She was not talking about the kitchen.
What is the dress code? Is there a wardrobe waiting for me in my quarters?
Her old slave labor. You have for this.
You'll find an extensive wardrobe in your closet to any occasion. Dress nice.
I will see you at dinner.
Indeed.
Turns on a heel and heads towards her quarters.
I head to mine to get changed.
He was like, she was not talking about the kitchen.
No, she was
Yeah.
not.
No, I'm tired.
I'll follow after Biero real quick.
I've had people use that excuse for me at me before. I've never had to use it myself, though.
Fike grabs you before you run off, Bureau.
I know. I chased him to his room. I push him into his room and I shut the door. I go, you're not gonna make a dumb decision though tonight, right?
I never make dumb decisions.
No, that's not true. You've kind of. I understand bod gonna bod, but you kind of set a very powerful ally who might not necessarily try to help us in the future if you decide to get your noodle wet and another powerful ally of ours.
I take your meaning.
I hope so. I'm being quite blunt.
You're always spoiling my fun, Pike.
I'm not spoiling anything. If you do what you're going to do, I am the worst person to give this advice. But I just want to put that... Yes. I just wanted to put that out there just in case there might be a ramification. I don't want to see you get into another she shall not be named situation.
As you're wearing her armor now.
I do this.
That was a little different. But yeah, there's time for that kind of thing after we're to save the world.
All right, cool. I'm not going to be attending dinner. I'm going to be drunk in the hot tub. So if you need me, I'll be drunk in the hot tub. And then I go, and I get drunk in a hot tub.
You get drunk in the hot tub.
Everyone is like, "What is a hot tub?"
You any vintage that you could possibly ask for, and there's also snacky foods just in case you're.
I start making up years that don't even exist yet, and I say, "Bring me wine from then."
Somehow they do. It's weird.
I magically set the hot tub to where the water will always drop below his chin level.
Yeah, it's always just below your chin level. Yeah, the water always goes just below your chin.
How great would that be? Level 19 paladin, dead in a hot tub.
Goes back up, goes. So Ren and Vanya, you guys head off to the danger room to train.
Yeah.
I guess so. Oh, really?
Just training montage or anything specific happening down there?
A little bit. A little bit. All right, Red, take a seat for me.
Does so?
Wherever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you handle fear right now?
Right now?
Yes. Everybody has their own way of handling it. How do you?
How I learned. And she's going to take more of a meditation pose. Like how Shango taught her way back when.
So you're one of those who likes to kill it, I guess. Kill it, ignore it, something like that.
Not exactly. I suppose I attempt to accept it, in a way. Sometimes I cannot, but... the first step of bravery, I suppose, is understanding that you can overcome fear.
Okay. Red, what's a more dramatic word for eat in this horrible language?
Eat?
Yes.
Suppose... consume.
That works well enough. A lot of people think that fear is something that has to be overcome or ignored or the like. They aren't always right. It works for some people, but not for all of them. The best way you can cope with fear, in my very humble opinion, is to consume it. Eat your fear, Red. Use it. Use it to drive yourself onward and upward.
I am a bit unsure of the consumption in this case. How doth you do that?
Starts with little things. When you're overcome with fear, what's going through your mind?
Faults, need for escape, feeling inadequate to solve a situation, paralysis.
I see. Well. I've heard that smoked bull dick is quite good, but I've never heard of the steamed kind. Step one in anything with the mind is figuring out how to reframe things. You are not at fault, Renata. My apologies. May I call you Renata?
'Tis my name.
It's proper to ask. Renata. The first thing with anything involving your head is to learn how to reframe it. So instead of thinking, oh no, God damn it.
I'm typing it in there so it doesn't distract you. I'm sorry. I was trying.
I need to stop. No, I just need to stop reading it while I'm in the middle of this. The first thing you have to do is, instead of thinking, oh no, all my friends are going to die, Use your fear. Use the adrenaline that it brings you, the fire that courses through you when the fear hits. Use it and force yourself to think, I will not. To think not, it's going to kill my friends. But instead, I will not allow it to kill my friends. Fear, Renata, is the most powerful impulse of the body and the spirit. You cannot fight beyond your limits. You cannot leap the endless chasms without fear. So use it. And because I hate leaving things as just words, and Vanya will stand up and pull at the pyre maul. I am going to be as scary as I possibly can and attempt to kill you.
Yeah, Ren will think
You
that
and-
of it. Oh,
Sorry?
Yeah. I'm just gonna like listen to that, just kind of like watch him just loom over for a bit, and then just kind of like half smirk to herself and push herself up to her feet, take out her blades. Wouldst not have it any other way.
Good.
All right.
See if you can put it to use. And that's all I got.
You guys train to exhaustion, and then go find yourselves to sleep for the evening. Anybody else have anything before sleep? No.
Have like
Alright.
separated out to different rooms and parts of the mansion
Yes.
and everything.
Yes.
I'd like to go over to that elven lady's room. What's her name?
Elsa.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Hey,
bang
Firestorm,
on the
how you
door
doing?
real loud.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go, do you want to build a snowman?
I want
I
to get
didn't
this
name her,
character
okay?
a model so I can play her in VR chat. Eventually, I'll do it.
Hero.
Eventually.
No judgment, just it was good timing. So I did. I do that and then immediately walk away and go to sleep.
Bureau, do you eventually go to the dining room?
I
you
do.
Make a change and go to the dining room?
I do, but I'm not gonna share a bedroom.
Okay. So you go to the dining room, and after you sit down, Elsa walks in what can only be described as a very slinky dress, with her red hair in a fancy do, with a little bit of makeup on.
I choke on the thing that I had not yet started eating.
She just smiles and walks over. She just smiles and walks over and sits down at the table. As some
That was
servants
beautiful,
come
thank
and
you.
leave a meal at in front of her, and she says, "Is it good?"
Yeah, it's beautiful. Excellent choice.
Whoops, wrong timer. This one.
There
we go.
Glad to see that you're well.
Oh, thank you. You know, when everything was collapsing around me in Singol, and before we
Hi, Kayla. How you doing? It's doing well.
shifted away to the Feywild.
Oh no, no
Um,
worries. No worries, Wobbly.
I kept thinking
Just put it out there
that
so you can see the full
I
art.
hadn't yet paid you back for coming to save me.
Oh boy.
There's no need to think of any debts owed. We were teammates and friends, and I'm sure you would have done the same.
We were teammates and friends. I'm not sure what the future holds for Singorn now.
It's,
You know, my parents, being who they were planning to arrange some sort of pairing for me, but I don't think that
Oh boy.
is going to happen now.
oh, the potential partner didn't survive.
Apparently not. No.
Well, I guess that means you have your options open.
It would appear so.
Well, once this Tarask has been dealt with, plenty of time to see what other options are available to you. They might not, who knows, might be somebody you already know.
That is true. Though, I mean, who knows if we'll live that long.
Well, and that
Oh,
gives us
nice.
something to look forward to, doesn't it?
I mean, there was a wise elf that once said, "Why put off to tomorrow what you can do today?" Or tonight, as it were, here in the Feywild.
And a wise bard once said, anticipation makes things more satisfying in the end.
That can be true, though the thing that you wait for may not be there when you come back to it.
That's always possible.
And you could miss
But
out on it entirely.
I think having something to look forward to and live for beyond these crazy adventures might help some of us get through with a better chance.
I mean, I don't understand that logic. There's nothing saying that you can't have it afterwards as well, but
She is right. It's totally possible. One does not only need to do this once.
From my chat, how to disappoint women, brought to you by Beer.
Slow eating vegetables in the corner.
You know what?
he's mastered the ability of standing so perfectly still that it is invisible to the naked eye.
Everyone else is having this crazy event. Pike is just in the hot tub going.
Motorboating is a different thing for Fike right now.
You're
Flawless
very
disappointment.
persuasive. Are you sure you never went to Bardic College?
Oh no,
Oh,
my
God.
parents wouldn't let me go to some place like that.
Kayla, thank you so much for gifting us out the Wabi Lobster. Thank you.
No, you're a natural.
I think it's because they knew I had a tendency toward bad boys.
Well,
Thank you, Kayla.
shall we take a walk?
Yes, I would love for you to show me, take me on a tour of the entirety of this wonderful place.
Excellent. And I'll stand and take her by the hand, and I'll give her a tour. Ending with a thought. You know what? Fuck it. Fike doesn't know everything.
As we watch Piero disappear, being pulled by his lapel by a hand into Elsa's room.
Like, Fike shall not cock block me this day.
Sign thrown out on the doorknob outside.
Scrunchy goes on.
The scene fades to black.
Oh boy.
You all wake.
No, the two of you will RP this. Roll initiative.
No. You gotta do it like Callus Row in VR chat. You gotta do like rock, paper, scissors to see who lasts longer. I'm not kidding either. That's how they do it.
Talk about
I don't have to do any of that.
Shadowrun style. Talk about exploding dice.
Yes. You all wake in what you assume is the morning. You all wake what you assume is the morning. Biero, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh! It was actually Umara! It's Umara! Oh, fuck!
It's not Umara.
Please be what I think it is. Please be what I think it is.
You do not remember to wake up before everyone else.
Walk of shame.
You can hear everyone else going about their morning business outside. Well, as you wake up next to Elsa in the room.
Do I burn a spell slot?
She's still sleeping.
Yo, Dimension Door that bitch. Get her out.
She's in her room.
You gotta go.
I love you. I just don't want anyone to see you.
He's in her room.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm
which is why
to be fair, my character
it's
is
private outside the door.
My character is from like
a
time that's basically the ancient Greece of this campaign. She don't give a fuck. This ain't shameful.
Straight into your bed.
Barn standing in the corner. Where are you coming from?
You leave.
Eating vegetables.
Just to be clear, without waking her up, you leave Elsa alone in bed.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Bard's got a bard.
Okay.
Can I just say that's not the direction I thought this was going in? I thought he was going to modify memory him.
Yeah.
So Umara him.
I'm not gonna pull that trick twice.
I didn't know about the first one.
There you go. Eventually, Biero comes down to out of his wing of the mansion to where the rest of you guys are, and Elsa comes out of her room. She shoots you a look, Biero, but then goes about getting ready for the morning.
Well, it's not the first mistake I've made. Won't be the last.
Make an insight check.
Well, fortunately, I am not very insightful.
That is an understatement.
It's fine.
Do you
Everything's
think
fine.
that
It's fine.
look means that everything is fine?
Wow. The worst.
Bureau. I know women. Women like when you leave them in the middle of the night.
I am aware of the
Luke.
effects I have on women.
Roll furry things.
As far as you're concerned, that was a little look of everything is a-okay. I fully understand.
Wow.
No reason to talk about it.
I just want to say this real quick, Bureau. You're a fucking disappointment, but at least you're consistent.
That's true.
You can always count on you to be a total disappointment.
Elsa turns to the rest of you and says, anything we need to discuss before we head out for the day?
Was he satisfactory in case we have to use him for the Keeper of the Moontides?
You are unaware of their tryst.
It's Biero, though.
Oh.
It's Biero, though.
That can mean so many things.
No, literally, they were just talking about. I'm pretty sure they weren't talking about the kitchen earlier.
You guys were not there for their private dinner. You do not know what happened.
Fair.
Damn.
Burnt the spell for a reason. You do not know what happened.
Do they see the tie on the doorknob, though?
He burnt a 4th level spell that he's down for the day for it. He gets the you don't know.
Damn. All right,
Come on,
I
Eddie.
don't ask.
Come on, Elsa. Be petty later.
That's
Hell
for
yeah.
later. And I'm sure it'll come at a very appropriate time. Like not at all in the middle of combat or something. It's a natural one, man. It's got to bite you in the ass bad.
Oh, yeah, no, totally earned it.
It had to come back to you sometime.
We'll get there. Don't worry about it. So anything we need to discuss before we head out for the day? I use the term loose.
For breakfast, I'm starving.
Piero, what's for breakfast? You did remember to provide breakfast for everyone, yes?
Of course. Plenty of fresh fruit and bacon and eggs and sausages.
Wonderful that
Yeah,
you have such a good memory and don't forget things. Wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You think that's a genuine compliment?
Insight check.
Yeah. I
want to
or is
insight
my passive insight
Not
good
quite
enough?
yet. Not quite yet with your passive insight. So, breakfast plan strategy session then, Elsa says.
I mean, breakfast, sure, but what do we need a strategy session for? Aren't we just keeping on going?
Doth we knowest what we aren't getting into to strategize against or for it?
We've got several long rests in between here and the
That is true.
keeper, right?
We do.
Actually, I have plans of approach, and I start listing them.
Which are
5 hours later.
That takes us through plan number 3. Plan number 4.
So you guys eat your breakfast. If there's no discussions to be had, you leave and exit out of the mansion. As you exit out of the mansion, I would like, I don't know if this matters or not for any of you with your advantages or not, but specifically hearing-based perception checks.
okay.
We are on point for this perception check.
Hey.
What do my elf ears see?
What am I not elf ears see
Um,
here?
Ren, Vanya, Fike, you guys hear a multitude of sounds in the underbrush. It's like a chorus of, there's many of them. It's like, but in short bursts. It's like ting, 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 ting. It's like metal.
As long as it's not
Ting, ting,
screaming at
ting,
me.
ting, 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 ting. And like from multiple directions around you. Ting, 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 ting. Ting, ting,
Oh.
ting, 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 ting.
What?
Of course.
Kayla!
It's the steel
What the
caps.
fuck, Kayla? Thank you so
They
much.
rattle
Holy
their
shit.
steel caps at people who are
Fuck.
who they're annoyed at.
Love you so
Ting,
much.
And that's
ting,
how they let you know that they're coming
Holy
to murder
shit.
you.
Ting, 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 ting.
No, this
Uh,
is much worse.
This.
This is a Jamaican reggae band.
What?
Ting, 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 ting.
Good. Look out
Laughing
for
has begun.
what?
The
Thank you so
fuck?
much, Kayla.
Before they
Thank
strike,
you.
they laugh.
Of course. You've heard of them, I see.
No.
We'll look around for the
Understand
source of the.
As you guys, that's gonna end the session for the night, and
Hey!
we're gonna have initiative at the beginning
Oh
of next
shit!
section.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. We survived.
Oops.
And- Okay, good.
And what you see, those of you who rolled high enough perception coming out of the forest.
Madcaps.
Ah,
Uh.
hello, Redcaps.
Garden gnomes.
Very, very small Walter Brimley.
You mean Wilfred Brimley?
Over. Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Well, that's horrific.
I mean, you can roll if you want to.
Yeah, these little like methed out David the Gnomes with these huge sickles and steel-toed boots on.
You'll find
and
the
boots
kingdom
made of
of
steel.
the
Just kind of running up.
gnomes.
Ting, 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 ting.
Alas, I don't.
So
I guess I don't
initiative
have.
We'll start next. We'll start
Shit.
the next session.
Yeah, I guess I don't have a chat bot. It's alright.
That was
was-
fun.
That was fun,
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, it was great.
Ah,
Okay, Kayla, thank you so much for the gift subs tonight. My heart. Oh,
and we ended at a relatively good, decent time.
yay! Thank you. Because I
Hell
need
yeah,
to
we
run.
worked it out.
Uh,
All right. Experience points. Experience
Yippee!
points. Experience points.
developers.
Let's see here. Tharn, you had an even 40. Ren, you had 38. Vanya had an even 40. Fike had 35, and Biero had 41.
Sweet.
Okay.
Halfway there.
Wow!
Living on a prayer.
Alright, I got that right. Yay,
Oh, Bill,
good.
I didn't ask you. Is there like an extra special cap on XP from going from 19 to 20 or no?
No, it's still
Aren't you-
just 19 times
Okay, friends.
20.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
jump
Just making
off.
sure.
I'm gonna send you all to Cotton,
Wait,
who
19
I'm going to
times
be joining
20.
with in VR chat soon.
Yeah, so from level
Um,
16
for a
up,
mission
it's
for
your
our
level
guild.
times 20.
We're
Oh, I've been doing it
saving
times
our
15.
kidnapped friend. So please send him
Because
love.
from
Here's my raid
1
call.
to 5, it's
Here's a raid call if you are subbed.
just whatever your current
I will be in
level
there
is. It's
in a
that,
bit.
It's it's
Thank you.
I'm sorry, it's whatever
So yes,
your
please
current
send him
level is
some
times
love.
5.
Tell him I will be
Five.
there shortly as I
From,
restart my computer and
6
leave
to
so I can
10,
get into
it's
VR
whatever
chat.
your current level is times
And then you will see my
10.
character in there
From
fairly
10
soon. So
or
until then,
from 11 to 15,
you all stay safe,
it's
stay
whatever
healthy,
your
take care of
current
yourselves, and take care of
level
each
is
other. And I will see you
times
next time.
15.
Bye!
And from 16 to
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be I'm a flying ace and flat